Why am I having a hair transplant? Let's talk about that today. Hello, my name's Mark Fitzgerald. It's great to have you joining me here. This is a bit of a different episode, okay, than what I normally put out there. And it's just something, it's the elephant in the room, if you like, because I am a few days away from going and having a hair transplant. Now, if you don't know what a hair transplant is, it's basically where they're going to take some of the hair from the back of my head and they're going to put it at the front of my head. I have a receding hairline, and this should give me a fuller head of hair. Now, I am realistic, I am at the age where potentially it's not going to look, it's not going to have Goldilocks or anything like that, full flowing hair, but I would like to have a bit more at the front here. Now, some people say to me, Mark, why are you getting this done? Is it vanity? Is it upsetting you? Does it knock your confidence? And I think there's all different valid points there, but I will say it doesn't knock my confidence. Vanity, probably a bit of vanity there. Yeah, I want to maybe look a bit younger. Who doesn't? I want to look a bit, well, I'd like to have my hairline back at the end of the day, or at least have something there. But really, for me, over the last couple of years, it's been a case of, I've always used to take selfies, so I always used to take pictures in front of me. And I never really realised how my hair has, I was going to say how bad it is, but, it depends how you look at it, but how my hair has gone. My kids, a bit of a laugh and a joke and things. I even had a birthday card, which was classic a couple of years ago, that said, we love you, Dad, but we hope we don't inherit your hairline. And I just thought that was banter. But it has gotten to the point now where I'm looking at it and I was thinking to myself, do you know what? I wonder if I can do something about this. Now, I have friends and I know people who have had these done. And it looks awesome. It looks absolutely amazing. But I just always thought, well, it's not really for me, is it? I'll just get old gracefully and I won't worry about it or anything. But then obviously, as with most things, you start to think about these things. Your subconscious is working on ways. So I thought I'd reach out to a professional clinic that's been recommended to me by somebody who has had a very good hair transplant done themselves, just to see what they'd say, just to see whether or not, hey, I could have it done. So I went and spoke to them. I've seen them. They've looked at my hair and they've said, yes, you can have it done. Your expectations need to be in line with what we can do. But yeah, we can give you, we can put hair at the front of your head, basically, and give you a hairline. No problem whatsoever. Now, I do have to go abroad to have it done because there's only a maximum of 2,000 grafts that they can do in this country. So I've got to go abroad because I need about 3,500 grafts doing. So no problems there. I shall be flying out to get it done. And as I say, a lot of people say, so what is the reason for it? If it makes you happy or anything like that. This is why I want to do the video, really, to share with you. It's not really vanity. I don't think I look that bad the way I am. You might put in the comments below, yeah, you do, you slaphead or whatever. It doesn't bother me at all. It's all good banter at the end of the day. I don't think I look that bad. It doesn't really affect my confidence at all. I am a confident person. If you ever met me in person, I'm out there. I do a lot of public speaking and I do a lot of talks. I'm all right. I'm pretty confident in what I do because I love what I do. So for me, it's more a case of when I worked in the corporate world for 16 odd years. 5 of those years, I always say I wanted to do something for myself. I lost a passion for the job that I was doing. I wanted to build something for myself. And for 5 strong years, I was spinning my wheels, not doing anything to move myself forward, not getting out of my own way. I was my biggest stumbling block and I held myself back. And I regret that because for 5 of those years, I could have seen more of my kids growing up. I could have helped out more. I could have been around more. I could have got and started my property businesses a lot sooner, but I didn't. And why? Because I expected something to land on my lap. I expected to, or I hoped to win the lottery, or I expected or hoped that I'd get headhunted to my awesome job and I'd have more time freedom. Pipe dreams at the end of the day, until I actually changed my mindset, got out of my own way, went out there and took action. And I actually think that is the best thing, obviously, that I've ever done. But I do actually think that I'm procrastinating and getting in my own way about my hair, because I can have something done about it. Yes, I do look in the mirror and think, oh, I wish I had, better hair or better hairline or anything like that. So I just thought to myself, practice what you preach, Mark. At the end of the day, you've done it. You've built a property business. You've given yourself the lifestyle that you want. You can afford to do stuff like this. So go and do it. What's stopping you? What's holding you back? Is it pride or is it just you? So it is a case of, let's step out of my own way and let's go and get this done and let's see what happens. You know, what's the worst that can happen? I always weigh everything up. Well, at the end of the day, maybe I'll just have to shave my head. I'll have to do that at some point anyway. So if that's the worst that can happen, happy days. So it really is a case of stepping out of my own way and getting it done. Let's go, let's get it done. Happy days. Hopefully in 12 months' time, I'll do some sort of video to say, look at my hair now. It looks absolutely amazing. I could have never wished it to look as good as this. That's where we want to be. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's one of those things just to say to all of you out there is, if you want to start something and you want to do something, get out of your own way by hook or by crook, make it happen. If you need to invest a bit of time, if you need to invest a bit of money into getting something started, into doing the right procedures, into moving yourself forward, then make sure that you don't hold yourself back any longer. Because what will happen is, as we all know, we get to the end of our lives. Potentially we may have time to think. Hopefully we all have a bit of time to think about our lives before we pop our clogs and it's not just a sudden thing, but who knows? But I don't want to have regrets. I don't want to get 10 years down the line, look back and say to myself, you know what, I wish I had actually gone for that hair transplant because I might look so much better. Like I did when I look back at work and I say, I wish I'd started doing something so much sooner. I wish I'd got out of my own way and I wish I'd gone out there and I'd started doing this sooner and I'd been able to spend more time with my kids, my family, building up a business, building up my own wealth. But rather than spinning my wheels, making somebody else rich. I never want that in my life anymore, and I don't want it for anybody else as well. So make sure that if you want to do something, you get out there, you get out of your own way, and you make it happen. I'm doing the same here, and I continually do the same in my life. I'm going to get out of my own way, and I'm going to make things happen. And you know what I want to do is when I get to the end of my life, which we're all going to have at some point, I want to have no regrets. I want to say I loved my life because I made it happen. I had more time with my loved ones. I had more time for myself, and I enjoyed getting out there, getting uncomfortable and doing things that I wanted to do. So that's partly why I am doing this. I am going to document this because it's not something that you hide away from at the end of the day. But if anybody's interested, let me have the up done first, the transplant done first. And then I will be more than happy, as long as everything's successful and it all goes well, to recommend who I am using, why I'm using them, and how they can help you if it is something that you're interested in as well. But of course, I can't recommend anybody until I've had it done myself. So let me go and have it done. And then, like I say, I'm more than happy if you want to reach out to me to tell you who's doing it. And of course, how you can reach out to those and find out more for yourself as well. So I am going to look a little bit different shortly. So I will have short hair. I probably have a very red forehead for a while. So I am still going to put content out there. I am still here to help and support everybody. I'm going to have a couple of weeks off once the procedure's been done to obviously recover and things. But then after that, straight back into it. I say I'm going to have a couple of weeks off. Don't tell anybody, but I'll probably still be working on a laptop, still be beavering away in the background, still be looking for deals, still be talking to people on the phone. Why? Because you can do. I don't have to necessarily be going out there to do loads of bits and bobs. And of course, fingers crossed, everything like that, that it is all a success. I am actually only kidding. I've got a lot of confidence in what's going on. I've seen the results that these guys can do. And I'm just going to get out there and we're going to have some fun. So, you know, as I say, if you're interested, keep an eye out for the updates and things like that. But make sure that you get out there and you do things. Listen, while I'm recuperating in things, if you want to get started with property investing, with rent-to-rent, serviced accommodation, HMOs, deal stacking, you want to do some free masterclasses to get your knowledge up there, visit thepropertyunleashed.com. We have all the free tools and resources there. You just tell us where you want us to send them and we'll send them all out to you. And of course, if you want to take it to the next level and work with us, then you can do that as well. But don't let anybody else stop you. Don't let anything stop you. And lastly, don't let yourself stop you. Get out there and make it happen. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. See you very soon.